In Kenya's northern Pokot district, James Lomen and his friend Emmanuel Lokamuria are hoping for a sweet season this year. The two are beekeepers in Konyao village, and Emmanuel has come over today to help his friend harvest honey. Using a smoke gun, they evict the honeybees from their hives. Lomen has been in the business for 6 years now and harvests honey 3 times a year. In a good season, he makes about $300 US. The $75 monthly income he earns is small by global standards, but it's valuable cash here, where people rely almost entirely on their livestock to make a living. The Pokot are pastoralists who have processed honey for centuries, mostly for domestic use and important ceremonies. They didn't really sell much of it until 2004, when a local self-help group called Katasi started marketing honey from the region. Lomen works at one of the Katasi collection centers, where honeycombs are bought for $1.5 US a kilo.
The farmers bring their honey here. I weigh the honey and then pay them for the delivery. We started harvesting honey this year in early March, and we've been able to process 2 tons of honey in a few weeks and are waiting for more combs.
The honeycombs are later transported to Kapenguria town, about 200 kilometers away. Paul Lesute works as a project assistant with Katasi. He's here to pick up honeycombs collected from various farmers.
Last year alone, by 2008, 2009, Konyao gave us more than 15 tons of honey. So this is the first season in the year 2010, and already within 2 weeks we have close to 3 tons. Now the future of this center, we see it progressing, and we expect in the next 3 to 5 years the number of farmers who are now about 200 will have doubled, and within 6 or 7 years it will have even tripled, because they are now realizing the benefits of being beekeepers. In fact, at the moment, many farmers have increased the number of beehives, and others are even requesting that we help them to put up more beehives.
At the processing plant, the honeycombs are first inspected, then weighed. They are then placed onto frames and loaded into a machine called a centrifuge, which helps extract honey by continuously spinning the frames for about 3 minutes. The syrup is then sieved, warmed, and sieved again to remove impurities. Honey is known to have a number of health and nutritional benefits. It also has medicinal properties and can be used as a beauty product. Francis Odor is the factory's manager.
Most of our honey are organic. Why I'm saying organic, the bees have picked their flowers from natural forest. A forest that have not been, those places they don't do agriculture. And as you understand, most people use chemicals in spraying or killing pesticides in crops, and in those places, the lowland areas, they hardly do agriculture, and if they do, they don't use chemicals. So the bees pick from natural forest.
Honeycombs also contain beeswax, and after honey extraction, they are washed then boiled in water to remove the wax. After that, the mixture is repeatedly heated and sieved. When smooth, the molten wax takes up different candle shapes. The candles are mostly sold to churches and tourists. Most residents of Kapenguria use honey for medicinal purposes and often buy homemade honey that's sold in markets here. The processed honey is also in high demand and can be found in various stores. A jar of processed honey goes for about $3.
The quality is good, and at least in a week, I sell about 24 large jars and 48 of the small ones, so that's why we stock it.
I like it because it's pure and it doesn't have bees inside. It's better than the one sold in the market, and it's quite affordable.
Apart from producing honey and wax, bees are also crucial for pollinating a third of the world's food crops. But in recent years, scientists in Europe and America say a mysterious phenomenon called colony collapse disorder, or CCD, is killing the insects.
No one's really, found a smoking gun yet, and maybe we won't find one right off the bat. So we're keeping the net as wide as possible and trying to investigate anything that might be a stress factor for bees or cause them to die in this way.
Though Africa has not yet been affected, scientists are also investigating a parasitic mite that's attacking colonies. Back in Pokot, Ngoriamuna Punjan is carving out a traditional beehive. Punjan owns 10 beehives and wants to increase the number to 50.
This is a finished beehive. I've smeared it with cow dung to seal it well. It is now ready for use. I will put some grass on it to help cool the beehive when it's hot outside. I will also make holes through it using hot metal rods so that I can tie it up on a tree.
The traditional hives are easy to make, but often get destroyed during harvest. The quantity and quality of honey produced is also not reliable, so residents are being taught to use modern ones that help increase yields and are more hygienic. The beehives cost about $40 each. Mercy Kiapiap is one of the project's founders and is training aspiring beekeepers today.
We train the people on beekeeping and the new ways of harvesting so that we can improve the quality. Pokots have been practicing harvesting wild honey since as long as people lived in this earth. And what we do now is only to improve the quality, not the quantity. The quantity is there, and to open up ways for marketing.
By investing in beekeeping, farmers here are trying to turn an age-old practice into a potential business. Perhaps with more honey production and marketing, they'll be better placed to increase their income and develop their lives further.